Welcome back to Tabletop Saga. I thought I'd better do a quick video because in the last week, well actually the last few days, we went over 100 subscribers. And that's amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed. I never thought we'd get there in a month, I think it took, which is super fast and way beyond my expectations. So look, thanks all of you. I'm super excited about that and I am really grateful. You have no idea. Wow, something's happening and I'm really super excited. So again, a massive thanks to each and every one of you who has subscribed. But I figured that given so many of you have come in, it'd be a good idea to tell you exactly what it is that you signed up for. So you've seen so far, we've done little kind of hobby content videos. It's been a little bit eclectic, I guess. And those kinds of videos will keep coming. But the real meat and potato of what I want Tabletop Saga to be is battle reports. For me, the old world is narrative, right? So I know a lot of people want to do tournaments and competitive gaming, and that's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, it's all about epic tales of lords and heroes and massive monsters and war machines coming together and having these epic duels on a really nice looking table with two players who are they're trying to win, but not at all costs. They're trying to have a good time and tell a cool story, and they choose their army accordingly, right? So they're not just taking the best units. They're not spamming the most powerful units. They're taking what looks like a really nice army. It's got a cool theme behind it. All the characters are named. There's a little backstory for it, and there's a reason they are fighting. The scenario is there to tell a story, much like you would have had in old White Dwarfs. Well, I guess White Dwarf now, I haven't read a White Dwarf in a long time, but the ones that I used to read 20 years ago would always have a story behind them. And that's what we want to do here. So going forward, as soon as I've got the stuff painted up, that's the real sticking point. I've got a very young family, and finding the time to paint up the stuff is really hard. I'm working away on my Tomb Kings. I'm nearly there with the first 500 point chunk, but getting that done is taking time. So we're gonna do battle reports as soon as we can. You might have seen the Border Patrol video that I released last time. That is what we're gonna do first. Border Patrol. You need a 500 point army. Nice and easy to achieve that, so we can get some content going quite quickly. I've got a group of other people who are all working on their 500 point forces, so we should have a good variety to bring you straight off the bat as soon as we get going with these battle reports. So that should be a lot of fun. And as I said, I want those to be the real core, the focus of what the channel is. So the 500 point Border Patrol battle reports will be what we do first. Then I'm going to keep expanding the forces so that we can then have a 1,000 point game, and then a 1,250 point game, and a 1,500 point game, and so on and so forth. So far, I've got the two big boxes for the Tomb Kings and the Bretonnians, as well as a couple of the units around them, just to kind of round them out and give us a bit more variety of forces, so we don't have the same game over and over. And as I say, I've got a couple of other people working on other armies as well, so there should be some good forces coming out of that. Initially, we're playing those games right here. Every video, I think, barring one, has been recorded in pretty much the space I'm sat in here. And that's fine for now, but we have ambition. And the plans are afoot to turn my garage into a dedicated recording studio, which I am super excited about. That's something that's going to be a long project. There's a lot of work to do. So I'll bring you updates with that as and when we can. But just know that at the minute, the iron is in the fire. We have got movement on that, getting the funding together and what have you. So that'll come together soon. Until then, however, it'll be here, as I say. Now, Robin, who you've seen on the channel too, he is currently sunning himself in Lanzarote, which I'm very jealous about because here it is, well, cold, wet and miserable. And Lanzarote sounds quite appealing. But when he gets back, Robin is one of the best people I know at building tables to game on. He always makes really, really nice looking tables. So I'm basically going to just nick him, lock him up in this room and say, make a nice looking table, and then we'll have a game on it. Because we aspire to have the best looking tables we can. So that's what we're going to do. I've probably waffled on for a bit too long. Effectively, I just wanted to say thank you so very much for subscribing. And I just wanted to let you know what you could look forward to as a subscriber coming up in the future. And I hope that you're excited to see the new improvements that are coming. We're going to improve camera and audio as well. The new studio, when that's built, we're going to look at then improving all that sort of aspect. So really what you should see is in about half a year's time, it should be looking much more what you'd expect, a kind of higher quality of video. But for now, we're going to soldier on with what we have. We're going to keep trying to produce the best content we can and just get those battle reports going. So look, I'm going to stop now and let you get back to whatever you're doing. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.